Hello, everybody. Happy 2015. It seems like it's been a while since we've been in 2015, but in actuality, it's only been a couple of weeks. How many good things have happened to you since that you have forgotten about already? You know, we have a lot of things that go on in our lives, a lot of good things, but sometimes they get overshadowed by bad things that happen or we just forget. I know for myself that happens a lot. Well, today I'm going to share with you a great way to retain those memories and have a way to reflect back on some, positive moments whenever you need to. So with that, I'm going to show you my memory jar. This is something that I did, and I'm sure most of you have heard about memory jars before, but this is something that I created for me and my family to keep good memories in and stuff like that. This was just a square box that I purchased. Well, actually, I purchased from Michael's a while ago, but I still had hanging around, and I decorated it using a kind of almost like a scrapbook theme for it. And as you can see right here, I cut out some detail here. This is a cutout. This is actually the scrolls from over here. I cut out two of them, and then if you can see, it says a moment in time. I love that. And it says cherish, which is two things that I'm really focused on this year. A lot of the videos that I'm going to bring to you this year are going to be focused around ideas for your family and just living a fulfilling life, things that'll help you live those fulfilling lives. So just to talk about the box a little bit, as you can see, it's probably not much bigger than my hand, and it has a little lock on the front of it. I didn't decorate the inside of it, but I did spray paint it with a material and then went back over with some crackle to give it almost like a weathered look, and I really like the way it turned out. I just use some double stick tape to put some of the embellishments on, and also I had to use, like right around here, some glue, some just plain stick of glue. So that's how I did that, and this is an embellishment as well. I got all these materials from Michael's a while ago. I try to keep scrapbooking paper around for other crafts and things like that, but that's where I got that from. And basically I chose this type of box for a couple of reasons. One is I wanted to be able to make it easy for the kids to get into, so that if they wanted to put something in there, or my husband wanted to put something in there, it was very easy for them to do. Didn't have to twist the top, because that I would have wanted to decorate the top, and I would have got frustrated if they would have messed up the decorations, whatever. So I decided that this was an easy way, just a flip top, drop it in, and they were good to go. Of course, there are multiple ways that you could probably do this project, but this is just what I decided as my way that I wanted to decorate my project. The way that this works, or the way that I'm going to utilize this box, is that anytime something happens that is a feel-good type of thing, I'm going to put a box in it, put a note in it, and so I can retain those memories. And if I'm having a bad day, I can flip through them. Originally, I thought about using it to go back to using it like on New Year's Eve next year, or in January or December 31st, 2015. But in all honesty, sometimes we need a little booster, and this is why I'm going to, nobody's making it a law, but you could utilize it however you want. So just to let you know, I cut up some pieces of paper that you can see in there, and I already have some notes in there, but I'm just going to show you what I have for my papers. And these are actually came from the dollar store. They're 3x5 blank white index cards. What I did was I cut them in half, and I put them in this little container. It's probably not going to stay in here, but it fits really well in here for now, and it's an easy way to grab one, write a message, and then keep going. I'm going to explain to you why I did it this way. I did it this way because when I was going through and looking at, I always reference other ideas, Pinterest, YouTube, other people out there, other creative minds, to see how they did things. And one of the things I noticed is a lot of people will write on a small piece of paper, fold it up, and put it in the box, like fold it up twice and put it in the box, kind of tuck it away. The reason that I did not do that is because at the end of the time that we're using this, these memories, I didn't want to just throw them away. I wanted to have a way to retain those and keep those. So what I did was I made sure that my index cards could fit into, this is one of those like baseball card holders or whatever, and I just have a binder that I'm going to use. This is just for example. I don't know if I'm going to use this one, but just a plain binder that you can be able to put those notes in on the inside, and then you can keep the previous year. It's not like you have to throw it away. It's almost like a family diary, and that's why I like that. So you can put those in there, and then as you can see, if I can do this really quick, the cards will just slip right in there, and I'm trying to do this with my right hand. Okay, so the card would just slip right in there. I don't know what that is on there. Card would just slip right in there, and then the note would stay in there. And you can use, on this sheet there's 9, but you can actually get 18 on a sheet because you can put one on one side and one on the other, and then you could just go back and look through that. Now the amount of space that it's going to take for that is going to be very minimal. So I think that that's an awesome idea for how I'm going to use them at the end of the time that we do it. And then this book is just a 1-inch binder. So how much space is that taking up, And the other thing that I did not do, I'm going to bring the box back, is I chose not to put the year on it. And the reason that I did that was because I wanted to be able to hopefully use it year to year to year. So this box does not have to necessarily just be used by the people in your household. You could always have family and friends, when they stop over, say, hey, before you leave, don't forget to put a note in the memory box. It could be that they remember something that you guys did together or laughed about, because sometimes, like I said, we forget things. So, other people can put stuff in your family memory box, and then you're like, oh, such and such, reminded us of this. So don't think that, it just has to be the people in your house. It can be people stopping by, or, someone sends you a text and you write down that information or something like that. So keep that in mind. So we have the box, and we have the notes, and we have the binder right here as well. So the other thing that I want to talk to you and just show you is some other ideas for things you could use. So this is just a jar. You could use this, put a ribbon around it, the things that you can use are endless. I mean, it just depends on how you want. So this is just a jar. Then I have like a little box that I got from Target that I use for something else. But, if you wanted to put it and have an open container, I actually have a tray that I'm going to be putting this on with, some candles and the note cards and a pen, and some other little accessories will go on a tray together. So I'll show you guys that, because I'm working on another project, and that will go, I'll show you how I designed that project and what it looks like. So I don't want to necessarily show you how I'm going to use the tray now. So I have a special guest with me today that's going to talk a little bit about her jar. So, yes, you. So if you want to sit right next to me and tell me a little bit about your jar, if you want to put it right here.
My jar is about what I'm doing with my family and friends. One of them is hanging out with my friends. You know how you were little and you forget how you did something really fun with your friend? So, I put a ribbon on the side, as you see, and then I put some little strips, and you can see the memories in the back. Put a little bit, and you can write stuff you like. It's not just about memories; it's about things you like. And I didn't use. Can I borrow one of your cards? I didn't use just these cards. I actually used hold up. I actually used these.
And these are actually, we got from the dollar store some Matchbox Matchbox stickies. And so she's been using this. So one of her memories says, and I have paint on my finger,